Monday, July 6th, 2:35 p.m. New York time. Welcome back, investors, to Winning Wall Street's Money. Last week was a short trading week because it was a U.S. holiday, Independence. This is a full trading week. We're also halfway through the year. This month, we have stock earnings. We also have sector rotation, as well as people participating in long-term buy and hold investments, and an FOMC meeting later this month, and a NATO summit this week. Lots of things are occurring. But I'm going to show you what I look for when taking a trade idea using options. And if not working out good for options, well, secondary choice is trading the equity. What's the name for equity? Stock. Yep. So looking here at 4 grids, each grid is 1 year worth of data, and each candle represents a month. So the current month, obviously July, is not done yet. We're looking at technology. The far left is the NASDAQ-100. Again, the NASDAQ-100. 100 companies in that index. There's also the NASDAQ Composite, which is different, has a lot of companies in it. But I go by the NASDAQ-100, the best of the best in the NASDAQ. That's a stock index. So look at the far left, the NASDAQ-100. Last month made the all-time new high, closed red. Current month, inside candle. Now, second grid from the left is XLK. XLK. That's a stock sector of the S&P 500. Yep, there are several stock sectors in the S&P 500. Well, look at the XLK chart. Last month, new high for the year, current month, inside candle. XLK is the technology stock sector. Yeah, so it's very similar to the NASDAQ-100. It's a sector. In sectors, there's several industries. Different sectors have a different number of industries. Yep. So I'll give you an example. You have a transportation sector. That would be airlines. Another transportation. Sorry, you have a sector that's transportation. And in that transportation, you have industries. One industry would be airlines, one would be trucks, or one would be trains. They're all part of transportation, but different products and services. Well, again, we're looking here at technology. You might be situation aware of something called AI. What's the backbone of AI? Hardware. Hardware. What's the backbone of crypto? Hardware. For smartphones? Hardware. You got it? Yeah, I understand there's software, but they're not going to work those softwares without the hardware. That being said, the NASDAQ-100 on the far left, very diversified, many, many industries. XLK, very diversified. Again, technology, but very diversified in the industries. Well, here, the third grid from the left, last month, all-time new high. It closed green. Higher high, higher low. Nice. It's doing better than these other two. What is SMH? SMH is the industry of semiconductors. Yep. Semiconductors is part of the XLK, part of the NASDAQ-100. But semiconductors and computers. Well, semiconductors, there's another product in the computers. This symbol is DRAM. Memory companies. Yep, look at that last month candle. New high for the year, currently inside. So these two stock symbols, SMH and DRM, they're ETFs, and those companies that created them, they buy and manage the stocks inside those ETFs. So SMH, again, SMH is, let me hear you. Semiconductors. You might be familiar with one of them. Semiconductors, NVIDIA, Qualcomm, Texas Instrument, Micron. Got it? So many of those are inside this. But again, SMH is semiconductors. DRAM. DRAM. You might be familiar with some companies inside that one. Micron Technology, Seagate, SanDisk. Again, but the point is, it's memory. So for a trade idea, I'm comparing them all. First on the charts, and I'm seeing, again, on this higher time frame, they're all similar. Last month, they all made new times high, all-time new highs. The current month, inside candle. Okay, that's a lot of data on monthly. Let's take it down to the lower time frame. The lower time frame from here will be the weekly. 4 grids, 1 year chart. Each one's a weekly. Again, NASDAQ-100. Currently inside candle from last week. The high for the year was all the way back there. XLK, same thing. Inside candle. Look, the high was all the way back there several weeks. SMH, inside candle for the week. The high was just a little bit less than 3 weeks ago, right here. So it's doing better than those other two. And DRM, inside candle for the week. Same thing, 3 weeks ago was the high. Very similar. Let's go down to the lower time frame, daily. Far left, NASDAQ-100. For the day, inside candle still. XLK, inside candle. XMH, inside candle. And DRAM broke above the high of last week. I know, because I had an alert went off already. Yep, I had an alert set. So it's performing better on a reversal. Again, this is a reversal trade idea. Reversal off the bottoms, buying on the dips. Yep. So let's take this to intraday now. Intraday on the 30-minute. We're looking at 2 days. First on the NASDAQ-100 on the far left. This is all today. And this was the prior last trading day, which happened to be, because last week was short, Friday was closed. This would happen to be Thursday. Huge trading range. NASDAQ-100 on the Thursday. And Monday, look how tight this trading range is. We haven't taken out the low of the days. So again, buyers stepping in here. Now looking at XLK, same thing. Look at that huge trading range, the last trading day there. And today, again, we haven't taken out the lows. The semiconductor, yeah, huge trading range the prior day, which was all, and they were all selling off. And today, look, very close, but hasn't broken the low of the day. Now, DRAM, huge trading range, last trading day. Yeah, it makes sense. And today, all over the place and took out the lows. Yeah, so a lot of mixed singles. What's occurring here on the higher time frame, lower time frame? Nothing wrong sitting on hands, waiting for a better trading opportunity. I'm already situation aware, which I'm more focused on. Put that back on here so you may see. Right here. Because it broke the high of the last trading day where these other ones haven't. But I'm still concerned. Looking for option trade. Here's a stock symbol. Bid and ask. Bid $64. Moving prices are moving fast still. $64.81, 80 cents. And ask 81 cents. So it's holding 1 penny to 2 penny wide. That's good. For a stock and option, that's good. Nothing more than 3 penny wides. Looking at the options, nearest 45 days, just under 45 days. I want it right there. 14 August, 39 days. So let's go. The current stock, 64.83. I want to look for the nearest strike. So the nearest strike is probably going to be 65. $65 right there. Look at the call side. Terrible. Look at the bid. $8, ask $8.70. Huge spread. Terrible. Good for the bookie. Not good for me. Let's take it on the put side. 65 strike. Bid $7.90 and ask $8.40. Terrible. Don't want to take that at all. Good for the bookie. Not for me. So again, that eliminates me trading options on this stock currently. Most stocks have terrible pricing and options. Again, most stocks have terrible pricing and options. Many stocks that have good pricing for options don't last like that. It's usually a short time frame. Could be a season, a few years, a few days, because again, the liquidity, things change. I want to show you the stock index, ETF, NASDAQ-100, stock ETF, QQQ. Look at the bid and ask. 73, 723, 64. It's moving fast. I would say about 1 to 2 penny wide. Go down here, nearest 45 days is 14 August. Stock 723, so round it up because the nearest strike be 724. 724, look at the calls. 2412, 2426, still terrible, too wide, but not as bad as the stock ETF I just showed you, DRAM. Again, let's look at the 724 put, bid 2119, and the ask 2130, better. Again, still way too wide, but better. And let's look at the SMH, or sorry, XLK. That's stock sector I showed you. Again, this is XLK. Just show you. So the bid and ask level 1, bid and ask level 1 is always for the stock. 2 penny wide, 184, 801, 184.03. So it's between a penny and 2 penny wide. That's good. The option, again, stock 184. So the nearest strike 184. Look at the call. Terrible. Bid 845, ask 1030. Wow, that's wide. Good for the bookie, bad for me. I ain't touching that. Terrible. Look, 184 put, 725 on the bid and 905 on the ask. Terrible. Again, the liquidity is terrible. That's how things roll. Don't expect to have the whole cake. So that eliminates me wanting to do these. Again, doesn't mean I should be wasting my time looking at SMH because, again, this is the better one. So the pricing in the option is terrible for all my strategies I want to do with options. So the contingency play is to consider trading the stock. Trading the stock. Yep. Stock. So let's go back to the stock. Oops. There we go. The stock. Again, bid and ask. 1 penny wide. That's fantastic. So the stock on the bid and ask meets my requirement. The volume over 32 million. Outstanding. High liquidity. Easy getting out. Nice. Nice. Yep. That's a good thing. But I just showed you on the intraday, the current situation. So again, sitting on hands. There's always another trade. And actually, I'll finish this off by putting Spacex. Show you that one too. There you go. Spacex for the day chart. Took out the high and low of that last point right there. Let's go look at the level 1. Spacex. Posted on my Patreon page this morning. I also posted last week on the Patreon page. Tomorrow, Spacex will be added to the NASDAQ-100 stock index. Look at the bid and ask. Bid 155.91. Ask 155. Oof, they're wide. So 91 cents, 97 cents. So the bid and ask is wide. It's terrible. And I'm not expecting any good in the option. Let's look at the option. Stock 155, 155.94. So look at 156. There's no 156. Look how wide these are. Terrible. Yeah, not good. So like I said, the stock bid and ask is terrible, and the option's terrible. Oh, the person that owns this company, if you don't know, how can you not know? But some people don't know. Tesla. Yeah. Look at the daily inside range. And let's go to the level one. See Tesla. I already know it's the current situation, but I'll share with you another reason I don't invest in Tesla. Here's the bid and ask. Yeah. 0.14, 0.22. Yeah, the bid and ask way too wide. The option, again, stock 417.19. So the nearest strike 417. And the rest don't go to 5-point increments. So look at the 420. 420. Huh, that's funny. Somebody's probably buying those 420 because they relate that to the call sign for police for weed. Okay. Wow. Look at that. Terrible. 24.80 on the bid, 25.30 on the ask. Huge spread. Terrible. 420 on the put. Wow. 25.90, 26.20 wide. Do you understand what I'm looking at the bid and ask? If you're bullish and buy this, you buy Tesla, let's say, at the ask. 417.16. But you want to close the trade. Say you have a profit. You're losing a lot of it because of the wide bid and spread. Yep. You're shaving off about, what, 7 cents? Yeah, 7 cents a share. That's not good. Or if you look at the QQQ, it's about 2 cents wide. So I'm just shaving off 2 cents. If you work hard for that trade and for a winner, why would you want to give up more? It's even worse for the options I just showed you for these. So that's real basic. I have solid trade ideas using advanced options strategies and good bid and ask, good liquidity, financial instruments. You can see that on my Patreon page in the futures category. Good, solid trade ideas. But anyway, I just showed you some basic ideas in stock trading, how to scan, decide, and also look at the options. The software doesn't do that. Doing the hard work, like I just showed you. Study, understand them. Thank you as always, spending just a little time with me. That's it for the video. Thank you kindly for supporting. Thank you kindly for watching.